Welcome back everybody to the association. In today's video, well, if you read the description in the last video, you know exactly what this video is going to be about. Or, like the rest of us, just read the title or look at the thumbnail. And again, you know exactly what the video is going to be about. So yep, right where we're walking right here, we're going to be putting in a pool, an epic pool. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So a couple things to note before we hop into, well, we're already in the video, but a couple things to note. Number one, this is not a tutorial. This gets a little bit slicey and dicey and a little on the advanced side and very unconventional. So just for that, we do not want to do a tutorial on that. And not only that, there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube showing how to put in a pool. This fireplace is awesome though. Man, we really enjoy building that. Anyway, getting back to it. So yeah, no tutorials. Second of all, we're going to be doing more commentary on our videos. We kind of went back and looked at some old videos and kind of enjoyed the commentary. Just going back and kind of binge watching some of our old videos. Now, listen, are we the best commentator in the world? No, absolutely not. But it just gives a better quality to the videos. Sharing with you folks what we're talking about, what we're doing, how we're doing it, etc. Sure, you can put a video on with music. That will be fine. We've done that and we'll continue to do that. But when we do, we call them build-alongs, which is kind of stupid, but kind of build as we go videos like this one, we're going to be doing commentary. So there you have it. So anyway, let's talk about the pool. So the pool is going to be, you can look at it as a upside down T. That's kind of how the pool is going to be shaped. And it's going to run from this fireplace or this mantle here, which we need to move because the mantle plays the intricate part of the pool. Okay, so the pool is going to run right through those arches there, right up to the fireplace. And there's going to be stairs up to the fireplace. So pretty neat. Is it kind of unconventional? Yeah, but it's kind of a party house, right? This would probably work for like an Airbnb or something like that. But would I live here? Yes, I would absolutely live here. Anyway, so the mantle is centered. We're going to go ahead and scoot the ceiling back. There we go. Perfect. So again, yeah, the pool's going to run right through these arches and then split and go both ways right where we're standing, right here. Okay, you'll see it more when we start to build. So again, we're going to show a lot of this. We did lose footage of the pool, which is fine because we weren't going to show it anyway, because it got too, it was very unconventional. Like when the pool's in, you can't even tell that it was unconventional, but the means and the ways that we had to do it, we'll talk about it in a little bit. So here's the pool here. Here's the top part of it. So this is like the lip or the edge that's going to go right on the floor, right? And then everything else goes under, beneath ground, or what do you call it? In ground. There we go. See, I'm not the best commentator, but we'll get through it. Okay, so this is cool. Now the arch there for on the wall, that's kind of, it mimics the Spanish tile on the fireplace. And then after that, you're going to have the steps to go down to the pool. So here it is right here. We're going to keep it the same color. We're not going to change the color or the texture for it. So I think we do bring it in a little bit because I think that's a little wider than we need it. But you can see we made the indentation for the columns there. So that's kind of neat. Really like that. And then we don't have the T yet, but we'll put the T part in that splits here in a second. So this is kind of like the underground part. We wanted to see how deep the pool needed to go. And to do that, like let's say you went to Sweet Home, I believe they have 2 in-ground pools and 1 above ground, but don't quote us on that. But let's just say you get an in-ground pool and you make it for 6 feet. You would then create a level and then make it negative 6 feet, and then make sure you set the pool to staircase, and then you would just drop it down on the floor. But here is the pool. It's basically a room, right? It's basically a room. Now we'll add more to it. We'll add textures. We'll add some lights to it. We got to put the steps right there. All that good stuff. This is like Sims level stuff here, right? Sims level. We thought about doing Sims, bringing Sims to the channel, but it's just, we're still learning this. So, I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, we'll call it Sims level stuff. All right, so now we bring the pool over to Creation Station. Now, just to be clear, oh boy, oh boy, never mind that. Anyway, we're gonna bring the pool over to Creation Station, and just to be clear, Creation Station is just a save, just like anyone, any of your saves in Sweet Home. If you're using Sweet Home, it's just a save. It's just we can take something like this away from our project so that we don't accidentally push something or move a wall or do something that we didn't mean to do, right? That's the layman's term for it. So, but anyway, we're gonna go with this powder blue. Now, if you're doing an outdoor pool, this is the perfect color for this. But we're doing an indoor pool, but we're going to keep it this powder blue, right? Just because we lost some of the footage, so when we kind of skip forward here, you're gonna see we lost the textured wallpaper. I think it's called flocked wallpaper. We do a lot of mid-century stuff, as you folks know, and the wallpaper is one of those things. But we lose the wallpaper in place of colors, like pastel colors, and this powder blue mix it fits right into that. So anyway, moving along. So here's our stairs. We're not going to go with this texture at all, but we just wanted to see how it would look if we added texture. One thing to consider too, if you're on a lower spec machine or a laptop, you want to stay. Textures are kind of a pain. You want to just watch and be mindful of how many textures you have going on in your project. We are lucky that we have a higher spec. We have a gaming system. We started on an Inspiron, a little office PC, and we definitely had to be mindful of it, and we still are. And you're going to see here in a second, once we get everything straight and we get our texture in, which we're going to do right now. But we're going to kind of just do a cheap way of checking our memory. We're going to just pan the camera left to right and see if it's smooth. That's a cheeky way of doing it. You can always go into Task Manager and check that way. So anyway, here is our texture. We're just going to slip that over. Just like that. Just like we did with the Cannonball 1. I think this is going to be called Cannonball 2. But that was the vacation home. Now, the difference between the vacation home and this is we're only using one texture over the pool. One clear texture, where at the other one, I think we used 3. We used 2 glass, and then the pool itself, we made a texture. So it was 3 total. So anyway, so getting back to memory, I think we had to spice this up to 100 scale or beyond 100, just because the pool's so large, and we usually don't like to go that high. Let's see, we're sweeping the camera, panning it left to right, just to make sure, see how choppy it is, even though it's going to be different once we get it back into our project. Right now it's not in our project, so but we're still checking it, because why not? But so far this is looking fantastic. Now you see the stairs sticking out there in the back. It doesn't matter, that's going to be underneath the ground, so that's going to be fine and dandy. So, but yeah, pool looks fantastic. Now we're going to skip ahead to actually the pool being installed, and there's your pool right there. It looks cool. I think we're going to use this for the thumbnail. So if you see this as a thumbnail, don't get mad at us. We might actually use that for the thumbnail. Really, really cool though. Really, really cool pool. Let's hop in it. Let's go for a swim real quick. The stairs here, it looks like a ramp, because there's no definition, because there's no definition. If we were in I like video game engines, because when you're developing video games, you're always in a rendered state, so you can kind of see everything, the shadows and light and all of that stuff. But you don't really see that until you run a photo rendering, but that's okay. So here's our pool. Here's the lights for the pool. I think they're gonna be purple, or if we're fancy about it, it's gonna be magenta. So we'll be fancy about it. It's gonna be magenta. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take a swim. Let's take a really quick Olympic swim over to the other side. Sure, you could train in this pool, but it's not. It's not. Of course, it's not for that, right? So you're sitting in your raft with your cup holder and the music on, and 3 hours later you're in the same place. That's the type of pool this is. Or it's a party pool, right? Volleyball, all that crap, whatever you want it to be. But suffice it to say, this came out really nice. Really, really enjoyed it. It was awesome. Yeah, very conventional how we had to put this in, but we have a saying on this channel, which is go big or go home. And so that's what we did. We went all the way with it. So anyway, folks, that is going to be it with the video. We're going to switch over to a rendered, no lights on, except for the pool lights, but there you go. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. So, but that is going to be it for the video. We're going to do the kitchen video next week, so I hope you guys come back and join us for that. And give us a like. If you wanted to join us here in the association, consider subscribing, ringing the bell, all of that jazz, and you will join us here on the channel. But with that, folks, we had a lot of fun, but we'll see you next week. Signing off for now. Goodbye, everybody.